when I started to see couples that were in porn, like legacy porn stars, and they were in these deep committed relationships, and that was shocking to me. And I remember I was getting ready to do my first boy girl, hadn't done it yet, and I'm at this convention. I'm so nervous because it's in a couple of days, and this woman runs up to me and she's so happy, and she's like, I heard Mick is gonna do your first scene. This is her husband, and I'm so happy for you. He is such a gentleman. Please let him know if you need anything, he will take care of you. And she was like happy for me because she just knew what a great man her husband was. And I was like, this is so weird.
It is so countercultural.
Like, why is she not trying to fight me right now? Right. And then I do the scene and I'm shaking like a leaf. I'm so nervous. I had not been with many men in my personal life, so this was like a huge jump for me. And he pulled me aside and he's like, if at any point you're uncomfortable, let me know. Squeeze my leg. How
healing, though.
I'll talk to the director.
On so many levels.
I'll be your conduit.
Wow.
And I was like, I've never had a man care about me this much before or during sex in my civilian life. And now I'm in this thing that everyone says is evil and bad. And like, this is the most cared for I've ever been. So it just really took all of my beliefs and flipped them upside down.
And what's hard for me to hear is that most likely outside of that industry, you can't expect to find a lot of men that think and talk like that to a woman engaging in sex with them.
No.
Right?
Right.
And that's what I think is really interesting, is that the sex workers I know and have dated and work with clinically, there's so much growth that can come from that. And the bar is often higher because of the communication and the
stakes are higher too. Yeah. So they have to be.
It's really beautiful. So for you, that was that transformative piece.
Yeah, it was massive. Wow. And I just saw all kinds of relationships, and like, it can be a different way. And the way that I've been approaching it hasn't been serving me. It's not what I want. It's kind of just what I've been modeled to do. And wait, I do have a choice. And it wasn't easy. There was a ton of jealousy. There was a lot of growing pains, but then that forced a ton of communication. And then it's how fragile do I want my relationship to be? Do I want it as simple as he double clicks a bikini pic on Instagram and our relationship is over? That's, for some people, that's a real thing.
Thank you for saying that word. How fragile do I want my relationship to be? Do I want to create something that's robust and we can talk through what comes up, or do I want to be threatened by someone's finger double tapping an image of someone who my partner will never actually see or engage or talk to in the world?
Right.
And relationships will end over that, because some people's definition of cheating is that.
Absolutely.
Just that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess one of the things too that I love so much is the idea of compersion. So it's this idea of truly, and to me that's love. Like it's I want you happy even if it's not with me. Like, because I love you so much. It has nothing to do with me.
Sometimes to my actual detriment even.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
I agree with you. What an evolved, mature definition of love. That I care about you, as you just said, not to take away from you, that I place you before me sometimes.
Yeah. And I think so much it's taking, like what you see with relationships is just this thing that they call love, but really it's only love under a very strict amount of conditions.
Yes.
Like unconditional love is almost non-existent.
There's this old school psychoanalytic concept called cathexis, and it's the opposite of love, but it's what most people see to be love. And cathexis in shorthand says it's about how you relate to something and you love it to the limits of your comfort. And once it challenges you or you're forced to grow, you cut it off. And I kind of use the example, and this isn't 100% accurate, but people will do that with their pets, right? And I say this lovingly. People say, I love my pet, but we still want them to not go on certain furniture, and we don't want them to grow and develop. We want them to do and to stay within our comfort zone. That isn't the true definition of love. It's what you just said. And a lot of people confuse cathecting with love. Love is us being forced to go